Good morning, my lovely world. Happy Sunday for all of you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For the new members of my lovely world, my name is Diana Hernandez and I do videos about my traveling adventures. But today I am going to explain four important things before you come to Mazunte. What to bring to Mazunte if you come during the summertime, which is in fact the raining season. But to be honest, since I've been here, it had only rained twice and it's extremely hot. Very, very hot. Even worse than Miami and Abu Dhabi together. So, bring very comfortable clothes for extreme heat. Bring very comfortable flip flops. I brought a lot of sneakers and I've only wore them once, only to work out. And the only reason I wore them once is because I've been sick since I arrived here, so I've been in bed. So forget about that. That's another story which I am going to explain at the end of this video because you need to know that as well and you need to be careful. But anyway, besides bringing flip-flops and comfortable clothing for extreme heat, you need to wear sunblock. Sunblock is a must since all the fun activities are outdoors or on the beach. My friend got a terrible sunburn, I don't even know how to pronounce that. And she was like in bed for 4 days in a lot of pain. Her all her skin was very red. Another thing is that you need to drink a lot of water, and sometimes water is not enough. So I'm gonna show you my best friend. This is my best friend since I arrived to Mazunte. You need to hydrate with electrolytes and be careful because my friend fainted. If you don't drink enough water or electrolytes, you can faint, and that's very dangerous because you don't even notice. You just feel light headache, and then boom, you fainted, and that's what happened to my friend. If you are a girl, bring tons of different bikinis because you only want to wear a bikini. It is so hot. Trust me, I don't even know how to explain the heat here because I've never experienced anything like this in my life. And I lived in Miami, Abu Dhabi, in the desert, and the heat here doesn't compare to any of those. Anyway, if you're planning to stay more than 2 weeks, I will suggest to look for a hotel or a place that have AC. We are planning to stay here for 2 months, so our Airbnb doesn't have AC. We have 4 fans and still it's not enough. It is so hot that Diana and I decided to rent a room in a hotel with AC just for 5 nights, just to cool off for a little bit. And trust me, it is an expense that is worth it. And a hotel with an AC is not that expensive, but it adds up if you stay more than 2 weeks, and we're planning to stay for 2 months. Actually, my friend Diana is planning to stay for the whole year. Number two, since there is no banks here in Mazunte, I will suggest changing all your cash in the airport where you landed. In my case, I landed in Mexico City, so I changed all the cash that I have. Mazunte has few ATM machines, I think 4 in total, and it will charge you 103 pesos, which is more or less $5 to get some money from the ATM machine. And sometimes the ATM machine doesn't have money, so that's a good tip, right? Either change it at the airport where you land, or go to Pochutla, which is the town very close to Mazunte. It's actually like, I think, 25 minutes, and in Pochutla everything is cheaper. If you're planning to stay more than 2 weeks like Diana and I, we have been doing grocery shopping there. We bought some flip-flops, more comfortable flip-flops, because I forgot my flip-flops. That's why I'm telling you to bring very comfortable shoes. I only brought sneakers, and you don't even wear sneakers here. So that being said, there's no banks, only ATM machines. You can change all your cash at the airport where you landed. Another thing, they don't take credit cards, and the few establishments that take credit cards will charge you 5%. So be prepared to have cash available at all times. Number three, if you don't know how to drive a motorcycle, be prepared to walk a lot. That is why I told you to bring comfortable flip-flops, because if you wear sneakers all the time, you're gonna be too hot. Trust me, it's crazy hot here. So I didn't drive a motorcycle for 10 years, and the first time I drove one here, I got into an accident going up the hill. most of the streets here are not pavimented, and that is why I think I got into an accident, because it was an open road. And after that, I didn't want to drive again up the hills, which is basically everywhere. So I am walking now everywhere with this crazy heat, but it doesn't matter. I feel like I am working out, so I feel happy about that. But yeah, if you don't know how to drive a motorcycle, either learn how to do it or bring comfortable shoes so you can walk a lot. Thank God everything is closed here, so it's not like walking in the United States. Another thing I wanted to say is to be careful, because there are a lot of scorpions here. And last night I was getting ready to go to bed and I saw one, and it was huge, and I started screaming like crazy, so loud that our landlord came up because he thought that we were fighting or something. And I guess they're used to that, and for them it's nothing. So he took it, he didn't kill it, and they released it back into the jungle. They told me that if I am not allergic to scorpions, which I don't know because I've never seen one scorpion in my life, that was the first time, nothing will happen to me. It will just beat me, stinch me, and all I have to do is drink milk. So now we bought this that he suggested, and we spread all around the house because it's for every insect out there, especially scorpions. So now you know. Another thing that I wanted to bring that up is be careful with the water. There's a lot of parasites here. We do have those in Colombia too, but the water in Mexico, or especially here, is not really good. And I don't know how I got sick, because we buy bottles of water. I guess I wasn't brushing my teeth with the bottles of water. I was just brushing my teeth with faucet water, and I have been sick. I have been sick since I got here. It's been already like 12 days, and it is not fun to be traveling while you're sick. Most of my videos have been canceled because of that. Most of the trips that I plan to do nearby, whoop, my table just moved. Most of the trips that I was planning to do with my friends around Mazunte were canceled, and what I experienced is terrible. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. I had strain, painful stomachache, really bad diarrhea, fever, and vomiting like nonstop for 4 days. And I thought it was just food poisoning or something. And I always believe that your body can heal itself, and it does. But in this case, it was so hot in our bedroom. There's no AC, and I was sweating, and I thought I was dehydrated, or it was something that I ate, something in the food. And then my friends took me to the hospital, and that's when I got IV and some other vitamins. And the doctor told me to do the next day I had to do the test to see if I have parasites, and in fact I had them. So I've been taking antibiotics, and I do not take antibiotics unless I'm dying. But trust me, I felt like I was dying. Like, I am not one of those persons that like to stay in bed or inside the house. I'm very active. I have a lot of energy. I like to do my videos. I like to inform people. I like to tell you guys where to go, what to eat, how much I pay for this and that. And that's my life, and I love it. And now that I have to be indoors, is killing me. Oh my god, again, my table. It's killing me. So now that I'm actually feeling a little better, I decided to do this video that I can do right here indoors, and I'm sweaty. Number 4, how to get here. I came from Miami, and I traveled with my favorite airline, Delta. However, Delta only had one connecting flight, either to Huatulco or to Puerto Escondido. That means I had to wait for 8 hours at the airport in Mexico City, but I didn't care because I had to work a lot. I had to do a lot of things before arriving to Mazunte. After I arrived to Huatulco, I had to take a taxi that it was 1,000 pesos. I mean, the original price was 1,500 pesos, but I managed to get a discount for 1,000 pesos, which is more or less $60 or $58. But you can also share that taxi with someone. You can add someone in the line of the taxi line at the airport if they're coming to Mazunte, which is what my friend Diana did. She found somebody to share her taxi with, and it was cheaper that way. But I wasn't lucky, so I just asked a discount straight at the airport, and she gave it to me. Usually, my friend shared the taxi with another guy that she just met in the line, and they had to pay 1,500 pesos. The taxi drive was like 45 minutes, and the only reason you have to do that is because there's no airport in Mazunte. But if I didn't have to wait 8 hours at the airport in Mexico City, I guess I would have been here with like less than 4 hours, but that didn't happen because Delta only had one connecting flight, either to Huatulco or to Puerto Escondido. So from Mexico City to Huatulco was like an hour flight, very easy flight. So at the end, I end up flying, not flying, just flying for like maybe 3.5, 4.5, 4.5 hours, 1 hour drive in a taxi. But the whole thing together was like 19 hours. When I landed here, when I arrived to my friend's house, I was exhausted. I was so tired. And then the heat was so extreme. I didn't believe. I was like, what is this? What is happening? But regardless, the first 5 days were amazing. I'm still going out to the beach to see the sunset, like little walks. I'm feeling better, but feeling sick under these conditions of weather is not fun. If you happen to come to Mazunte, I hope you see this video before you start your preparations for your travelings. And if you think there is any value in this video, if you think that you learned something new, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the notification button so you don't miss any of my future traveling adventures or any of my future traveling tips. I see you next Sunday. Ciao, ciao.